What up, fish people? Kenny E with Daniken Aquatics. And it's my lovely wife, Danny, joining me. How's everybody doing tonight? I'll start the night by, as always, we'll go on through and say hello to everyone. First in the night was Rattle Trap Fishing. Good to see you. Monica Lynn was the second in. Chevy Fish in the house third. And then we had Chewy LTD, Griffin Fish Room. How are you, Griff? Yes, I've got lots and lots of water lettuce. I'll just have to get it out this week to you if I get a chance. And then we've also got Muppet 929's in here. Fish on Tank Ticks. Good to see you, sir or ma'am. Never have figured out. Then we got Joe Coffee in the house. Gnarly Fish. Veteran Aquatics. Good to see you. GRB. Good day, mate. Green Tear Keeper, nice to see you again. Dragon Lair, always good to see you. So guys, when you're looking behind my head tonight, for those that have watched some of my videos this week, you probably know of our new addition. Her name is P. And I don't know if I really showed it in the video good, but she's a gorgeous albino tiger Oscar. And on her back tail fin, where there's usually the dot, it has a big P. So therefore, we named her P. So what's all everyone doing tonight? Everybody having a good Sunday so far?
Oh, I like the name Psychedelic Hippocampus. Welcome.
How you doing, Chattanooga? How you doing, Mickey M? Chattanooga Ed, good to see you. There's my brother Mike. Good to see you, Mike. And Estelle, if you'd like to be called that while we're on here. Carol, good to see you. What are you laughing about?
The way you pronounced Mike's YouTube channel name.
Okay, so say it right if I'm not saying it right.
No, it just sounded like you said Estelle. And it's a Stennial.
Okay.
Sorry.
Hey, I'm going to show you something.
It just hit my funny bone.
Hey, look, I've got power up here.
If you want to exercise that power, go right on ahead. Anthony's Fish Friends is on now.
Hey, Anthony, good to see you, bud.
And Carrie Habercorn.
Carrie, always good to see you.
So,
Rainer Trofer, how you doing? You're a first timer. I don't remember seeing you before. Scott Becker, always good to see you. And there's the infamous Candy Overhauls. Always great to see you.
So I entered the land of normalcy today, kind of. I had to wear a mask the whole time, but I got to go get my hair done. Yay! After 4 months of quarantine, yay! Was awesome.
She was excited all day. That's all she talked about if she's going to get her hair cut. Sharon Miller, nice to see you.
So I'm wondering around the country and all the people who are here with our fish friends, how many of you guys are actually having like reintroduction into society? How many states are doing that? Are we like one of the only ones? I haven't really heard a lot about it. So I was just kind of curious what's happening around the country, around the world.
How you doing, the Salty Reef? Aqua Dan, good to see you. Kimberly Holtz and Small Fry Aquatics. I'm trying to keep up with you guys. Tater Salad, good to see you.
That sounds good. I want a tater salad.
There is our club president, Katrina Elliott. She is the president of Greater Portland Aquarium Society. Kimberly Holtz is the vice president of the Greater Portland Aquarium Society. Her husband is actually, but.
Rainer Trofer is on Daniken Aquatics, the first time that I catch you live. Yay!
Hey.
Welcome.
And there, There is
Green
my
Ter-
Norwegian sister.
Norwegian sister.
Well, I call her my Norwegian sister. She's in Denmark, I think. But hello, Alice.
Oh, Alice. There we go. Well, Green Terror Keeper's in Canada.
Yeah, I got to see her live, God, about 2 weeks ago for the first time. I think I met her through Funk, if I remember right.
And GRB Aquatics is in Australia. He says the restaurants are opening and gyms are opening up there this week. Ohio's opening with certain restrictions.
I'm trying to think here, Jim. I got a funny feeling I'm going to have the same gym practices as I did before it started. What do you think?
They call that a fat tax, honey. When you pay for a gym membership and don't go, it's just a fat tax.
Yeah. Well, I went the last time we had a gym membership. I just went tanning is all. I didn't really use the.
That is true.
But I did go there. I think one time on my way, when I was waiting to get in, I was doing those. You know.
Tater Salad says Vikings into house. Green Terror Keeper has a fat tax.
I paid one, let's see, one for like 7 years, and I think I hit it twice. I had another gym membership I had for like 10 years, and I think I hit it twice. I just don't have time for it, not especially now. Now my workouts are cleaning the glass on all these tanks. That's plenty. Look at that. Gnarly Fish Tanks, how are you? I didn't see you sneak in on us. Young Fish Aquatics, always good to see you as well.
I think you already actually had said hi to Gnarly Tanks before.
Did I?
99% sure you did.
Nathan Fish Boy, good to see you. So what's new?
Yeah, Nathan Fishboy says that their stores and pubs are slowly opening up there, but he's in South Australia. Wow.
How you doing, Zen? Good to see you always, Zen Ginger. You were going to say, my beautiful wife?
Yeah, I've been doing a lot of cooking at home, so I think it'll be nice when more restaurants open up.
Yeah, I'm sure you do. What makes me so mad, guys, I've been working so many hours at the RV, the Airstream place. I mean, she's been making some killer dinners, and I've had to heat them up in the micro. I mean, I'm sure they would have been really good when they were fresh. But tonight looks like she's got scallops on the menu, and I'm always down for scallops.
Garlic creamy scallops. Yes. So I got the scallops defrosting. I couldn't find any fresh. Seafood is kind of frozen, or you don't get any.
Yeah, I don't know if the rest of the country is doing like we are here, but they're actually rationing meat here. We can only have so much meat per purchase when we go to the store. So
Scott Backer says, I'll be there for dinner. There will be plenty.
What kind of cod? Are you talking ling cod, Green Terror Keeper?
Chattanooga says, you are lucky. See, Fishy on Tactics says that they'd rather cook at home than eat out. See, I just get tired of doing all the dishes and cleaning up after it. And
I try to help.
I know, but it's like, there are times where I just want to let somebody else do all the work. Alice, let's do a meat and eat. That sounds good.
Fish on Tactics, you're absolutely correct. Walleye is delicious, and I do fish for them. That is my go-to species when I do fish. About now is when I should be getting my boat ready and getting out there, because this is the best time. I love lingcod too, Sharon Miller. It's delicious.
See, they're rationing in Reno, Nevada too. 2 packs of meat per customer. Yeah. They were doing like 1 package of chicken. You could get like 1 chicken thigh, 1 chicken wings, and 1 chicken breast, but they'd only let you buy like 1 of each. It's like, Joe Coffee says perch and catfish for me.
I'll eat perch too. I haven't really found a fish I won't eat, really. As much as I love all these guys around me, I will say the wild ones out there I do tend to enjoy, but I have noticed I've grown soft since I've been so into the fish of late.
Yeah. Danielle, I don't want to eat it.
Yeah. Last year, I caught about almost 11 pound big female walleye. And when me and my buddy got done at the end of the day, I actually turned her loose because I could tell she had eggs in her. That had been, 20 years ago. I doubt that fish would have survived.
See, we haven't had pea. The pea's in the upper corner of your tank, of your view.
Yeah, she's on the other side now. She's hanging out over here in this corner over in here.
Yeah.
But I could certainly turn the camera for them. But look at her. She's just a white blob on the screen. That's P, guys, the big white albino up there. She's a pretty gal. I'm impressed by her. Hey, don't you even mess with me tonight, dude.
Who?
This one lately when I'm streaming likes to come down and act like he's trying to bite my head, this one here.
You need to show everybody your bite mark.
Well, that Moonstone gave me, I don't know if you guys can see.
There you go.
See that nice little teeth marks? Anyway, I was playing with Chewy, and he was really letting me pet him like a dog and whatnot. And then, all of a sudden he just, turned Cujo and had me in his mouth, just chewing me like a damn piranha on a piece of meat.
It wasn't that. It was deliberate. You can tell he's a fisherman, huh?
Shush.
Carol Braswell. Holy fish teeth, LOL.
I didn't know he had that. I didn't know flower horns had them big of teeth, but he got me pretty good. But the next day he was cool again, so I don't know what I did to set him off, but he definitely got a hold of me.
Scott Backer sure has it right. Living up to his name,
yeah. Mr. Bob Kaler in the house. How are you, Bob? Good to see you, my friend.
So Psychedelic Hippocampus says, P is so pretty. I watched the video for when you got her. So, yeah, she really is pretty. And that P is something else. I was bringing my sister over, and I said, we named her P. Can you tell why? It was fun. So Dragon Lair, Chewy, you bite Kenny? Yes, he got bit.
Yeah, I got nailed pretty good.
Ken's the only one in our family that pets the fish.
Only my Oscars and some other of the cichlids that will let me.
Susie. She just wants food.
Well, she lets me pet her once in a while. That's the big Trimet cichlid, if y'all have not seen the video on her. Last few days, she's been acting a little, I guess she's just over there begging for food, so she's back to normal now. But she's been acting a little down of late. Big J Fish Keeping, good to see you, bud. Hi, Monica Lynn. I said hello to you way ago.
Yeah. So I learned something new. I love learning new things in the fish hobby, and I kind of learned a little bit of something most days. But this one I found quite a bit interesting. female shrimp, when they get in the mood to breed, they get a saddle shape that's kind of a yellowish color on them. And anyway, I found out that's their eggs before they're fertilized. It kind of lets the guys know, hey, we need some attention here. And then that's before the eggs move and after they're fertilized and go underneath her belly or diaphragm to be fanned and stuff until they become little shrimplets. And I did not know that the saddle on their back was the eggs. So I found that really interesting. And I thought, how did I not know that? I mean, I literally learned something new every day.
So there you have it.
Yeah.
Lori Becker, good to see you. Yeah, these Oscars, I'm really enjoying having them up here. I spend quite a bit of time with them up here. I wish I could have all my cakes easily accessible, but unfortunately it's impossible.
What do you mean easily accessible?
Where I can like have them all in the same room so I can look at all of them at all times. But,
Yeah, it'd probably crush the floor.
yeah, it might do that.
Maybe we could just waterproof all the walls and fill up each room like a giant indoor swimming pool thing.
Yeah. Katrina, we love P2. She's awesome.
Oh, you're welcome, Carol Braswell. That's why I usually tune into live streams and stuff. I always pick up little nuggets of information. I love learning.
That's one thing that's awesome about the fish fam is we have so many different diverse fish keepers. And if you watch enough of their videos, you'll learn a lot. And there's some great experienced fish keepers out there.
So super exciting. I told you guys, I think it was last week that I got the Crinum natans plant, and that I was told it was going to need some CO2. And so I had Roland offer to give me a CO2 thing so I can start putting CO2 in that tank. And so I'm really excited about this, but also very scared. So I'll have to get together with him, but I'll do a video on that, setting that up, and because I've never done anything like it. So that'll be fun. Something new to learn. So Chewy agreed that there's always new finds and information involving all sorts of things that deal with aquaculture, even that go indirectly affect the tropical fish hobby. That is so true, especially this COVID. Like, we can't get fish. Ken's been trying to get into the wet spot and can't make an appointment to get in there to buy anything.
Yeah, I don't usually like to talk smack, but I tell you, I've been a long time customer of theirs. And I've also probably, what would you say, Danny, probably 1,000 easy or more fish in the last year to them?
Maybe.
At least. I think it's at least that by now. Anyway, I call and they make you get these appointments. Now, keep in mind, and my wife will tell you, I've been trying to get somebody to pick up the phone there for almost a month. Finally get a live person today. And you guys are going to believe this. I said, so can I book an appointment? We're all booked up for today. I said, great. I'm off tomorrow. Can we make an appointment for tomorrow? Nope. You have to call the same day we're doing appointments. I'm thinking, you son of a gun. I just spent a month to get through to you. So I got to start the process all over again. I'm like, you know what? Just tell Cameron Kenny called. And I probably won't be in until this thing's over, if I come in at all.
Ken, that's a little harsh.
No, it was irritating.
Yeah, it was. Yeah. It was irritating.
I understand we got enough, pandemic, but there's some people that just, they're. The kid should have said,
"I can't make an appointment for tomorrow." Oh, yeah,
really, just put me. I mean, as much business as I've done there.
Yeah. So
anyway, keep it on the upbeat, guys. I don't like the I don't normally like to talk smack like that, so we'll leave it alone. Why'd you even bring it up, Danny?
Oh, yes. And Carol Braswell, Dragon Lair did spell it correctly. It's Crinum nitans. And it's just the most amazing plant. And Dustin Fish Tanks has them in. I wasn't able to get them for the last year, and I've been looking solidly to try to be able to buy some. And finally found out Dustin's Fish Tanks, and they came in beautiful. I mean, they're just new little plants, but they're actually fairly large. But they came in really nice.
Dragon Rare, I know that's why I like you, man. You and me have a lot of similar traits, bro. Yes.
So what are you talking about, Kenny?
He says, Kenny, you sound like me. Blank, blank, blank if they can't take a joke.
Yes, that's true. Sharon Miller, she's called the wet spot many times to order, and they tell her to email. Then they never get back to her. Yeah, it's a little frustrating.
I don't know.
I know they had to go down to a skeleton crew.
Nathan Fishpoint says, I got balloon mollies, normal mollies, and guppies. Guppies are normal. Mollies are fine. Balloon mollies, not. Both passed away. Water in the tank is fine and brackish. What am I doing wrong? I tell you, Nathan, I'm not a fan of any of the balloon species. It may be nothing you did wrong, in my opinion. Could be some genetics, could be a lot of things. Or, you know, I've had tanks where, as a matter of fact, our 72 Gold Front, we had our Reganis in there for, gosh, what, Danielle, almost 6 months?
Yeah.
And then we introduced a bunch of our new species in there. And within a month, all but one of those died. So, you know, it could be a numerous amount of things. Does anybody that keeps the mollies have anything for him in the chat?
Now, Fishy on Tank Tank says he got some grower juice and it molded inside. That happened to me too.
Some what?
The grow juice. It's a fertilizer from Dustin's Fish Tanks. The thing I found with the grow juice is you have to keep it in a dark place. The bottle I got was clear, and when I put it on the bookshelves that don't get any light in the hallway, it did okay. So it's just keep it away from light. So that's my advice.
How you doing there, Sand Creek? Good to see you, Nathan. Cooper Sicklets, always great to see you, my friend. Hat Trick Farms in the house, always good to see you. And there's Pam. Nice to see you, Pam. Danielle, there's something making a weird noise in here. Hold on the farm for a second.
Okay. I wonder what could be making a weird noise. Now I'm sitting down here in my craft room being all curious. Boy, when it shows just me on there, you can see so much more of this tank behind me. Let's see here. There we go. I need to get some better lights that actually show off the fish on camera. I don't know what to do about that. So are you going to get into cold water marine fish like off the coast of Portland? I don't know. Like if I was going to do marine fish, Ken and I both are absolutely taken with the Mandarin gobies. And my other favorite little marine fish is a hawkfish. They look so serious the way they sit on the little rocks, and they've got like eyebrows that look really grumpy. And I absolutely love those little fish. I also like the flame angels and a couple of the tangs. So really probably would be more tropical rather than the cold water. I catch a lot of cold water fish. I was really surprised. I didn't know greenlings gave live birth, and I caught one and I put it in the cooler. And when we got home, I opened up the cooler and there was a bunch of baby greenlings. I felt terrible. I didn't like that at all. So I won't keep greenlings ever again. I didn't know that they gave live birth like a molly. So, and there was just like probably 30 little babies in there. I was like, oh no. I had no idea. So I don't know. What was it?
That was one of the intakes over there had one of those floating plants in it grinding.
Oh.
So I had a pretty exciting week too, guys. If you see, a friend of mine sent me some of his stickers this week. I got Nathan's stickers in the mail finally. He's got a darn good looking sticker. Mr. Sand Creek Aquatics, Nathan. Thank you, sir.
So the Firebird saltwater fish are just super fine. I'm gonna have to look one of those up. Firebird, I'm gonna look it up. Firebird. Saltwater. So I just wrote it down so I can look it up after the stream.
Green Tear Keeper, are you saying your pair of green tears, is there babies involved? I will tell you that the females will kill the males every time if there's babies involved.
This is the marine biologist that bred the wolf eel and several other cold water species. Oh, cool. Cool, cool, cool. I'll have to go over, take a look at him. Dr. Jeff Marleve of the Vancouver Aquarium. Okay.
Chewy's
So,
always,
British
Chewy always
Syndrome.
got cool stuff to talk about. You're going to have to come on my stream one of these nights, Chewy. Mr. Big Tank Hank, how you doing, sir? Good to see you.
So, Nathan Fishboy, we were just talking about the subject right before the live stream. So Nathan says, he says, thanks for the advice on the mollies, trying to have different fish and be different instead of yabbies and goldfish. Yes, totally. And, but also too, always really kind of realize that we're only giving advice based on what experience we do have, and we're not always correct. And always do research and get differing opinions and stuff like that, because everybody in this hobby has different experiences, and some things work for some people that might not work for somebody else. And so just really do some research, take the advice that we give you, the best advice we can based on our experiences, but we're not always 100% correct. So just remember that.
Chewy says, I'll come on your stream when Chattanooga Ed sends me some red hair dye.
Rare hair dye. That's funny.
Cichlids 23, when you go in there, please grab me a few female borlei blue, please.
Oh, I know. They have some beautiful ones of those. Their faces are just like solid. They've got such bright blue dots. They're amazing. So Ian Atkins says, my pair of rainbow cichlids spawned and eggs have hatched. Been feeding baby brine shrimp for now. Any recommendations for aggression? The female beats up the male sometimes. Remove the male. Put him over in another tank. Let her just take care of the babies. And that's what we had to do with our blue Acara.
Mickey M, they spawn every week. It's just we got to get them down in that 30 gallon. Like I said, I've been putting in 80+ hour weeks at work. So yeah. Danny, bless her heart, has been doing everything she can to keep up with these tanks.
I've been doing 90% of the fish tank cleanings. 60
which
tanks. That's a lot.
when I came to work for these fellas, I made it pretty clear that, you know, I've got a lot of stuff that I have to do after hours of work, and it's not really their fault. I don't think they expected that we were going to have this surge for this giant sale we did, but now they canceled the sale because we basically sold ourselves when we might run out of inventory now. So it was the perfect storm. RV business is huge right now because everybody's wanting to self-quarantine, added with the record low prices over the last 10 years that we've ever given them away for, and that's how it happened.
Yeah, Dragonlair says, Danny, those sound like the original wild caught borley I had in the 70s. Yeah, they are some amazing fish. They're beautiful. It's okay, Byron. Hello, welcome. Yes, Dragonlair. That was what I was talking about, the Pistogram borley or borellii, however you say it. But they had just some gorgeous ones. Gorgeous, gorgeous, gorgeous. So Carol Braswell is excited to announce that she has baby fancy tail guppies and baby mystery snails.
Oh, yeah. Always fun to have babies in the house.
Yeah, I'm working on getting my snails a lot healthier, getting their shells. I started doing what Haley suggested and put some cuttle bone in the tank with them. And I've been separating them out and putting them into more and more tanks so they're not all in the one, all absorbing the same calcium. And I've been putting more wonder shells in. And the only thing I'm going to still want to do is make up some of the Snello or whatever they call it, the jello for snails. So but congratulations on your baby snails. They're so cute when they're little.
Yeah, Cichlids 23. I understand your dilemma. I've got in my 135 downstairs, probably half of them are starting to breed, and those are supposed to be my babies. So I am definitely looking to offload a bunch of my Africans right now. That, like I said, Wet Spot was a big customer of mine. Would take a lot of them in, and lost that. So I'm probably gonna have to start Aquabit and doing a few other things. We did finally get a Daniken PayPal account, so we can start selling fish.
I agree with you, Dragonlair, on the epistogrammas with all that blue in them, and the reds kind of, they're breeding that so far into them that it's a little sad because just taken away from how natural they are. But the guy we get our pistos from, he gets them sent to him. They're usually wild or F1s, and he gets them to breed like crazy.
Yeah, he got killer stuff. Like right now, what he has are the zebra acara. I don't know if you guys have ever seen those species, but they are a cool looking fish.
We don't have any Kyogre, do we, Ken?
I've got a pair that still, I actually missed the last spawn before she spit. I normally take her out, but again, right now we are backed up. So I'm definitely going to get another brew of those probably here in the next week. But yeah, I missed her. I normally am on top of it, but with being at work and all, like I said, Danny's got a lot on her plate. But yes, we do normally carry Kyogres, yes. My male is gorgeous.
Select Pest says, I have a tank full of super red Episto fry I got for a steal. I didn't even know super red Episto was a thing. Yes, it's a big thing, especially if you get if they're the cockatoidy super reds. They seem to sell really fast. A lot of people like that bright splash of color.
I personally, my favorite, I would say, would be the D6s. They're awesome, bright, beautiful yellow color. John's the one. I mean, before I met John, I didn't know anything about Epistos, but he's taught me quite a bit.
Yeah, Byron, I tried the crushed coral. There's actually crushed coral in the tank that they're in. My snails are in, but their shells are still getting kind of weak. And there was getting to be some pits in them. Somebody that I sent some free snails to let me know that there was a problem. So I really started examining them more closely, and their shells were just getting little bit weak, but since I started putting in these things, trying to up their game with all the calcium and stuff, they seem to be doing much better. And maybe I'll just need to add some more of the crushed coral. But yeah, their shells are getting a lot better, and I've put them in a whole bunch of different tanks so that they're getting more calcium. Not all of them are using it up.
So Dragon Letter says in 1973 he bred wild-caught Epistogramma borlei, and it was called Cockatoides then, in a 2.5 gallon.
So Nathan Fishboy, the Oscars behind Kenny, they do get along. Those particular ones do. We've had other ones that didn't get along, and that some of them would kill. We had one that would just kill any Oscar you put in there. And
about a year and a half ago, if you guys watch my YouTube channel, I was devastated. I had Loki and Vidar, and Loki did a number on poor Vidar. I came home from work after a long day of work, and Loki had absolutely scaled him from head to toe. And I lost Vidar, and I even tried to give Loki one more chance. And I had gotten two of these guys behind me, and she tried to do the same thing to them. So unfortunately, she went back to Wet Spot, and I got two more Oscars in exchange. But yeah, these four I have here are pretty passive. When I put the albino in, they didn't pick on her whatsoever. The only one that gave her a little bit of trouble is my wife's that guy right behind me right now. What is that?
Dragon Lair? Hang on. Dragon Lair says, how did I know about the Epistogramma form? See, Dragon Lair, you'll learn a little nugget of information every time you go into one of these streams, don't you? I'm sorry, I didn't mean to interrupt you, Kenny.
Nathan, I've never had a problem with them. This batch, they get in little skirmishes once in a while, but it's never anything nasty. They get along pretty well. Yes, GRB, it is Vieja. Vieja, Rio, South Carolina is that's the name we got it under. My wife was devastated. She had a pair of them, was going to want to breed them. And unfortunately, that guy killed his mate. So now he's in here with all the other troublemakers.
Yeah.
I eventually hope that my wife's got this gorgeous red Moda that's growing out in a 55 in another room. I eventually want to see him in here behind me. If he's nice, he seems like he's going to be a gnarly little fish, so he may not ever make it in here.
So GRB Aquatics, Nana Cara or Ivan Akara out of Dakota is Zebra Cara. Yes, they are. And John just got those to breed.
Yeah, they are so cool when they're all spun out on their breeding colors. Very, very cool. Mm-hmm.
Loki has been up to mischief? Surely not.
Yeah.
Yeah, Sharon Miller. I just fed Snello to my mystery snails. It has calcium in it. Yeah, that's what I was going to make up a batch for these snails down here.
Well, now he's making me have to look this up, honey. I'm sorry. He's
What?
got Firebird. What do you call it? A firebird fish?
Yeah, that's a saltwater fish.
You know, Fish on Tanks, a lot of my friends keep telling me that I should have one saltwater, but Bob Kaler being one of them, he tells me it's just as easy as a freshwater.
Sand Creek Aquatics. How many apistos in a 20 long? I have 8 in both of the 20 longs that I have, but I also have other fish with them. Because the
Oh, my
apistos stay
goodness.
on the bottom and are a more bottom dwelling fish, I get some tetras that swim in the middle of the column or near the surface. And so
Wow, that thing does not even look real, man.
that's cool. That's
That
really
is
pretty.
very cool, Fish on Tank. That's yeah, I had to look twice at what I was looking at. I almost looked like a ghost.
DMC Productions. Thank you. Kenny E. You know I gotta stop by and give you all a thumbs up.
Yeah.
And Kaler's Aquatics says 2 to 3 is just as easy, Kenny.
Aha, Bob. We'll start with one, then we'll work it from there, Bob. You got to understand, Danny and I have a problem. That's the other reason I've been. Next thing you know, we go from 60 tanks to 120 tanks, half salt, half fresh.
No. I can't do any more tanks. I am
No.
literally killing myself trying to get all these tanks done every week. Yeah, I'd like to do a reef tank. I would like to do one with a bunch of corals in it and stuff. I really like those. And if I had my absolute wish, I would have one tank dedicated to seahorses. They're so cool.
And Mandarin Goby. She loves her Mandarin Goby.
Byron says, "Don't do it. Our saltwater tank's a pain in my butt."
Yeah, and I've got a lot of friends that say that.
Yeah. See, ours were easy in Hawaii. I just go down to Pearl Harbor because we live 2 blocks away from the ocean, and go down to Pearl Harbor and bring over home a bucket of salt water, and that's the way I'd change my tank.
Hey, Bob, I would not say you're limited to multi-tank addiction, my friend. You're multi-pet addiction. You have a little bit of everything going, man.
Your brother says, telling you need a koi pond out back now with turtles.
Mike is infatuated with turtles. He loves turtles.
Kaler Aquatics. I'm the poster child for MTA. I can just see him going.
Yeah.
Veteran Aquatics. Seahorses are awesome. I know, aren't they? I love their little pot bellies. Oh my gosh, they're so cute. Their little curly tails.
DMC, how you doing? Good to see you, my friend. Select Plex as well. Good to see you.
So Chevy Fish says it's a bat fish and it's too large for an aquarium. I was wondering if it was a bat fish when he showed me that picture. It says, doing a reef tank, be very careful with research. It stinks when your $15 fish kills 1,500 worth of stuff because you didn't read one little line. That would be awful.
Never any fun now.
I'm trying to get Coffin Bay Marin GRB. What is that? Byron says, it was Renee's idea, but lucky me, I get to do the maintenance. That's what would happen here.
You run out of room, you get more tanks. You get more fish, you run out of room, get more tanks.
And then we ask for kind of fish, and finally it comes in at the wet spot, and they say, "Hey, your fish are in. Oh no, we need a new 125-gallon fish tank to support them." Yeah. Nairn is like yabbies, but a lot bigger. I don't know what the yabbies are. Are yabbies guppies? Is that another word for guppies? Kaylor says, thanks, Lekbet. I'm doing water change on my 125 salt and adding copper. Okay, so they're like Australian freshwater crayfish. Oh, okay. Neat. Veteran Aquatics. I think I'm up to 36 tanks now. See, that's what happens. You don't even know for sure, right? Until one day you go down there and you actually count them. And I haven't done that recently because I know we're over
Yeah,
60. And
I
I
don't
don't
want to
think
know.
we've hit 70, but I don't really want to know.
And we still got a bunch in the garage that probably need to be sold.
Yeah, so they're crawdads. So, see, I learned something new by my own stream tonight. You know, a yabby is a crayfish. I did not know that before tonight. So, see, that's what I love about these streams and going and visiting all these things. I learn so much stuff.
Yeah, I appreciate that, Griffin. For those that don't know, I'm getting close to monetization here. And
Yeah.
what Griffin's talking about, I have a playlist that you can play if you wish. That would help me get to my monetization, which I'd be greatly appreciative of.
Kaylor, we need more likes, please. Yes, please. That'd be great. Nathan Fishboy. Chewy. Yes. I don't think Ken will have a scar from his altercation with his Chewy last night, but
Yeah.
Yeah, my crayfish are she just released, or one of them just released a whole bunch more babies. So I've got to figure out what I'm going to do with all these crayfish.
Well, I'm thinking we should pull out that 40 breeder and just put them all in there. There's at least room.
It's better. It would probably be put to better use than sitting in the floor of the laundry room.
Right.
Yes, we have empty fish tanks in the laundry room too.
And in the room that's supposed to be a big boy room, we got to get out of there now so I can get the studio/big boy room done.
And then plus two, we've got all the ones in the garage, as many of you saw it from my Scrapscape video.
Tanks and tanks and tanks.
Yes. And literally, that's how I did it. I put all those fish tanks inside of other fish tanks inside of other fish tanks.
Hey, hey, Ness, good to see you. Aqua Ness, Aquatic Ness, I should say.
So a veteran says 40 breeders are my favorite tank below 100 gallons. You know, that's so funny. That's what everybody says to me, but I've never set one up. I have one. I just don't.
Well, we've always been fans of the 55, so we've got a ton of 55 gallons around. But the 40s have a lot of good use from what we hear.
I got a lot of bottom surface more than Danny. You need a puffer to eat those excess crawdads. Well, we are babysitting a puffer. So the Fahaka, Chaka the Fahaka. So that is a thing. I do have a little puffer Little pea puffer. But I kind of don't want to get him started on that. Kayla's aquatic. Danny, would you say you have nesting tanks? Yes, yes, I do. That's so funny. That's a great way to what to call them. But I need to go through those tanks and see which ones hold water, which ones don't. Get rid of any ones that don't have water because I don't have time to reseal. There's just no way. So, Carol Braswell, may I ask, do you use canister filters or just sponge filters? We use canister, we use hang on the back, we use sponge filters. So we use anything we can find.
Well, I mean, on most of your breeding tanks, you're using sponge filters.
Yeah, most of them.
Most of the cichlid tanks all have canister. And then if there's tanks that have a lot of bio load on them, we use canisters along with sponge filters and hang on the backs.
Part of my problem right now is that on this crayfish tank that I was talking about, I have a sponge filter in there and the crayfish have eaten the sponge. It's just down to like a little nub of a sponge. And so obviously that's not being effective. So but I'm afraid to put a canister on there because it'll suck the little babies up in there. But they're so tiny, the little baby crayfish, that I'm afraid even if I put a pre-filter on there, they're going to still probably get stuck to it, not be able to swim off of it. So I don't know what to do in the crayfish tank.
Yeah, GRB, he cruises the tank all the time. He's kind of the tank boss. Nobody really messes with him. He does his thing. And what he's doing right there is he goes and looks in that duck or the water lettuce for those Oscar pellets I throw in there. He likes those Oscar pellets.
Yeah. And then at night when I'm feeding him, I throw a whole bunch of Pleco bites in there, the Bug Bites Pleco formula, and I throw those in there right as I'm turning off the lights so that he gets some extra food because he's gargantuan.
And as you guys can see, what a wonderful thing. Appreciate that, buddy. That's an awesome view for everyone. This 22-foot turd there.
So I agree with you, Green Terror Keeper, about hating the hang on back filters. Back in the day, 20 years ago, we used to use Penguin hang on the back filters. Those things were the bomb. And then they sold out to another company. And ever since then, they make a terrible noise. They break all the time and they're terrible. The Aqua Clears seem to be kind of the best right now for a hang on the back. They're the quietest and they seem to last the longest. And Nathan Fishboy, I wish I knew that the crayfish ate sponges, or wouldn't have wasted a perfectly good sponge filter on that tank. Zip ties and some pantyhose around the intake. Super small holes. Yes, that would work. I have some pre-filter, though, that I can just slip on to the downspouts. But the pantyhose and the pre-filters seem to get clogged so easy. And literally with 60 tanks, it's really hard to go and check and make sure that that's all free-flowing every day. And build a crate around the filter for the crayfish so they can't get to it. I could do that, although they're little tiny. Yeah, I don't know. I just don't know. Because the same thing with getting stuck into the hang-on back filter, the cage would have to have really small holes. Because they just released another 50 babies. And I don't think it's even been 2 or 3 weeks since they released another 50. So I've got at least 100 baby crayfish in this 10-gallon fish tank. It's crazy.
We need to address that immediately, Danielle. That's not right.
I know.
I didn't realize there was that many in there.
Well, I just noticed it that there's all these little teeny tiny microscopic ones out in there now.
Well, the other ones prey on them too.
Yeah, that's true. Says I made one from a 3D printer and added the motor. Nice. All right. You need an intake sponge for the aquarium from Aquarium Co-op. I do have those. That's what I've been. Those are my pre-filters on the downspouts. Yeah, but those get blocked up really super fast, and I have them on like 3 tanks. But literally, I'm having to check them almost daily, and trying to get them cleaned up and everything. So it's a. I don't know what gets them so clogged up so fast. Under gravel. There you go. That's a perfect solution. That is a perfect solution. Thank you. Yes, that would work.
Except we threw all those away 10
No,
years
I've
ago.
got a ton of them down here. Got a ton of them sitting right underneath my rock grinding machine.
You have to go to gravel.
That's okay.
I don't
No,
think
that's
sand-
an actually excellent solution. Oh, Danny, what is the name of the fish that had babies in the cooler? Yes, they did die because I didn't know they were in there, and we were a couple hours from the coast, and they
that
were
was surf perch.
surf perch or green links.
They're like, no, Danielle, surf perch are not greenlings.
The
Greenlings
green
are,
links had the babies.
no, it wasn't. It was surf perch. Surf perch hold them in their mouth like a cichlid, and they spit the babies. Greenlings are the ones that have the meat when you cut them and it turns green. And they're
I thought it
long
was
perch
green
looking.
links.
No.
So I guess it's surf perch. Kenny 20 or Cyclist 23. That one Kenny showed, that was sick. The batfish
Oh, yeah.
or the firebird. So yeah, I didn't know that they did that. And so though they didn't survive because, like I said, it was a couple-hour trip from the coast, and I didn't know that it had babies in there. What's a hexagramidae?
It's probably telling you the name of the fish that. Fishkeeper Miles, good to see you, my friend. You have your fan on down there, don't you?
Why?
I can hear it. Keep hearing the wind.
Yes, it is too humid in this room for me to sit without a fan. but it's clear across the room. I was trying to minimize the noise. Yes, Emperor Cichlids, or Cichlids 23, Emperor 400. Yes, that thing, that was the bomb. Hang on back. There wasn't any better, and then now every one of them makes a horrible noise, and they just don't last. Oh, good night, Mickey M's. 4 a.m. there.
Wow. Well, you have a good day, sir. Thanks for hanging in there to watch us.
If you only had a brother to show you how to set up noise suppressors and noise gate.
We went to his house the other day, and I mean, he does have a pretty cool YouTube setup. I mean, he's got some cool stuff, but he's more geared towards the gaming. So he's got the green screen. He's got all the cool stuff. So
So Nathan Fishboy, woohoo, going to the LFS in 5 minutes. Got to buy a fish pump that pumps around 2,000 liters an hour. Wow.
You guys are, if there's anybody out there that is into gaming, Mike, you're more than welcome, or Anastella, or however you say it. I've always butchered it. Go ahead and drop a link to your channel, Mike, and that way, if there are any gamers in here, they can check you out.
He does Twitch, not YouTube.
Oh, Twitch. Oh.
And it's
What the hell's a Twitch? I don't think I even know what a Twitch is.
a streaming service for gamers.
Oh, okay.
Anastella is how.
Anastella.
He does all four. So, yeah. Well, it's 7 o'clock, Kenny.
What, are you trying to boot us off early or what?
Early? Are we only supposed to go an hour?
I know you're thinking you want some of the
Scallops.
Yes.
Oh. No, I appreciate all the suggestions and the information and all the stuff that I learned in here. Yabbies are crayfish. I can use an under gravel filter for these crayfish. That's awesome. It was a great idea. I'm just really excited. This was great. I want to thank you all for coming and participating.
Yeah, Griffin's saying, keep going.
I need to eat.
Well, I can stay on for a little bit while if you want to start cooking.
I can do that.
I'll stay on for a little longer for him, and then you go cook.
All righty. Well, it was nice seeing you all. Thank you. Bye.
So anyway, guys, I'll stay on for a little longer. And I don't normally do this, but I'll go ahead and drop a link in if somebody wants to come up for a little bit. I've only could stay up for about 10 minutes, so won't be up for long, but I'll do that for you. I will say, if I don't know you, I probably won't let you up. If I know you, you're welcome. We've had a couple of our friends a little too trusting and let people up, and they did some pretty rotten things. Oh, you know what, guys? I may not be able to do this tonight, so let me. Not letting me do it tonight. That's strange. There it goes. So anybody would like to come up, you're welcome to. I ate a block of cheddar when watching Funk. That's awesome. Yeah, we got Fish Whisperer Miles wants to come up. There we go. What's going on, Miles?
What's happening, everybody?
Just hanging loose, getting ready to eat some dinner here shortly.
I'm just acclimating some shrimp. Some black neons.
Nice. How's that going?
Let's show you guys how it's going. Camera work.
Nice.
Kind of hard to see. They're in there.
What's going on, Griff?
Got it.
This water is more colder than the tank. Want to see the tank? Turn it sideways. You guys can see.
Look at how much of that is overgrown again. Can you see that, Griff? That's that water lettuce, man.
Yeah.
All growing over.
Hold on,
again.
man.
See the shrimps?
Got to clean that out tomorrow.
There we go. Awesome.
Gotta throw them in there. They've been dripping for a while.
How's this mic working?
All right. Let's get them into their new tank. Let them free.
You ain't right, Miles.
What happened?
You're
I
black.
can't. My
You ain't
phone.
right.
Oh, my
Oh,
bad.
here's Mr. Big J, fish keeper. What's going on, Big J?
How's it going? Oh, look at Griffin's playing
Bye,
around
Big
again.
J.
No.
Last time I done that, messed up my camera. Remember that?
Whoa.
Hey,
Yeah, they're in there now. All right. Where did they go? They're freaking out.
God,
Freaking
biggest.
out.
What do you got? Water lettuce there, Big J?
That's actually duckweed.
That's a big duckweed, dude.
No, it's tiny. It's just a lot of it.
Oh, okay.
See? It's just a lot of it. That was from me. All I did on that is I was cleaning this out.
Ah, that makes sense.
And I just took my hand like this and just went and then rinsed it off in there thinking the Oscars would like nibble at it and it would kind of die off. And well,
No.
there is some water lettuce in here, but as you see, the Oscars like to chew on it. There's some water lettuce though.
Yeah.
See, there's another one. The Oscars like that. That would taste good. Man, I want to go swimming. That feels so good right now.
How high
How's
you
the
guys
water
down
feel?
there?
Right now, it was like in the high 90s.
Oh, man.
Mm.
We've been
But
beautiful up here.
it was nice early, and then it warmed up later on. And right now, it's starting to cool off, but it's still probably mid 80s right now.
Nice. Yeah,
yeah,
we're
no,
at
75 today.
It's
we're at
81 right now.
65 we're at right now.
We're at 63 right now.
They're freaking out.
Man, that is a cool fish right there.
That's
Tiger
my
shoveling
tiger
those?
shell. Yeah.
Gotta spotlight those for a minute.
Right. Gotta love those big boys.
What do you have underneath the pond? Egg crate?
What?
What do you have underneath the pond? Egg crate?
Concrete?
Oh,
My porch? That?
no, like inside the pond. Is that like egg crate down there?
No, that's the pond liner.
Oh,
Yeah.
It's just got a lot of black. If you see all the black stuff, that's all that black hair algae.
mm.
It's like you see how it's right there. Whoa, I'm upside.
Yeah,
It's all that black hair. You see it? There it goes. It's coming off.
yeah.
Hold on. Let me see if I get some. It's that stuff that the Simon or the flying fox and stuff eat.
Can't put none of them in there.
No, because they'll disappear.
Yeah.
Especially by Big Dozer right here.
Yeah.
But he ran
Four.
away.
I had 7. Oh, there's the other 2. 3. Under Philly.
Sorry about that, guys. Had to help Danny. Uh-oh, I hear that. So, who's got the mic on?
Not me, not
I
me.
don't know, man. Go Stream Roach.
I think it's you, Miles. Test. Yeah, it's Miles. Nope, I still hear
Yeah.
it.
Who is it?
Test. I don't know. I hear it tonight.
Is it me?
Scared.
Am I making noises?
I don't think so, man.
That sucks.
I don't. Yeah, maybe it was you, Big J. I ain't hearing it now.
Yeah, it sounds like it.
So who's going next tonight?
Griffin is.
Griffin's going next. All right. Let's do this.
Yeah, I guess.
You want to go?
Yeah, I
We
can.
don't. I'm going to drop a link to yours because Danny needs help with dinner here. I'm going to probably have to go.
Let me hop off and fire it up real quick.
All right.
What are you making for dinner?
Somebody want to drop a link to Griffin's channel for me?
Sure. Well, Griffin's going live.
Hold on here. I got it. There he is.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Where's number 57? How many tubs is that, bro?
Just a couple, 1 or 2, or like 15.
12.
So if you guys want to go to another cool stream, Griffin Fish Room.
14.
Man, you've been busy, Big J.
There's
15.
15, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 13, 14, and then 15.
Wow.
Oh, yeah.
And that one I use also, there's fish in there with plants, but I also use it to water my newly baby vegetables.
What are you growing?
Those are all pumpkin, and there is a that's a cantaloupe, some yellow squash, some green squash. There's cilantro, sage, rosemary, lavender. sneak peek of something I just posted a video of. You guys got to go look. I don't want to show it too much, but oh, there it went.
Nice.
Just freshly uploaded a new video, so
That's way cool, Big J. Well, Griffin is saying his link is up, so I guess I'm going to send everybody that way. Boys, I appreciate you coming up. I'm going to do my...
Thanks, Kenny.
All right, dudes. We'll see you soon. Big J, we got to get together soon, man. We're too close not to.
hey, for real, we do. We got to hang out. We do.
Yeah. All right,
Yeah.
man. Well, I'll see you on the next stream. I'm going to go help Danny, and I'll catch you soon.
Thanks for having me up.
Yep.
Later.
Bye-bye. All right, guys. That's going to be it for Kenny E for tonight. I appreciate all of you coming out. We can't do this without you. And I hope everybody has an awesome week. Hey, Redfish, Bluefish, just getting ready to head out. But I appreciate you stopping by. I did drop a link. We're going to be heading over to Griffin's Fish Room. Everybody stop on over there. Give them some love, a like and all. So anyway, guys, as always, love your fish. This is Kenny E with Danica Aquatics. Going to check out for now. Y'all have a great night.